wanted to learn about investing, I bought 3 courses valued at 15,000 naira each. Spent hours watching dozens of videos. But in this video, you're going to be learning about investing with Lisa and how to make your money work for you. Let's go. Firstly, how to invest and platforms to start on. Now, what is investing? Investing is putting your money or assets in something that both increases it and protects it. If you leave your money, let's say in a normal Zenith or Stanbic IBTC type of bank, the value of that money depreciates as time goes on due to inflation because little to no interest is added on it. That's why you should start investing now. And there are various investing platforms to start on like Afri Investor 2.0, Bamboo, Carrywise, Optimus, etc. For this video though, I'm going to make use of Bamboo because it has like the simplest interface and has a combination of both US and Nigerian stocks. Now, according to statistics, the average income of males in Nigeria is 70,000 and for female is 50,000. It might make you say you don't have enough money to start investing. And that's perfectly fine. The thing about stocks, especially Nigerian stocks, is that they are cheap. You can take out 5,000 to 20,000 out of your salary every month to invest on stocks. Time, compound interest takes place. If you invest as consistently as you can, your money increases and increases. Now next, what type of investments can you get into? To start investing, you need a brokerage app. That is where platforms like I've said, Carrywise, Bamboo, Optimus come in. So we'll be using Bamboo, like I said, for this video, and it's very easy. All you have to do is sign up, fill in your necessary details. After setting your account, it takes 2 days for your account to be verified and for you to have your brokerage account, a personalized account on your Bamboo app that you transfer money to. So you transfer money from your normal account to your Bamboo wallet in the app. Once done and the money is in your Bamboo app, you can start investing. And there are various investment types, not just even stocks. There's treasury bills. Those are like money you lend to the government. So basically you can put in, let's say, 100,000 naira into a treasury bill and then you get interest on it. Let's say like 30,000 or 40,000 worth of interest on it. And that money you can directly even withdraw the interest, you understand, and keep the 100,000 naira in your treasury bill. And for, let's say, a year, they have 3 months tenor, 6 months tenor, a year tenor. So you can leave that money. So at the same time, you are keeping your money safe and you're also gaining interest. So you are gaining money on top of money that you are keeping. You're not even using the money for anything, but you're still getting money on top of it. That's why treasury bills are very good. And then we have high interest savings accounts. Unlike your normal bank savings account that pays about 8% of interest on your savings, in a high yield savings account on Carrywise or Bamboo, many others, you can get up to 14 to 18% interest. So that is much more than the regular 5 or 8% interest that you get with your regular savings bank accounts. Because of compound interest, when you add money to your high interest savings account, the interest gives interest upon interest. So let's say you save 100,000 naira. Just want to say save 100,000 naira. So that 100,000 naira has, let's say, 14% interest on it, and then you add extra 5,000 naira again. That 5,000 naira has interest upon it. Then you multiply. The interest continues multiplying and multiplying and multiplying. So let's say you lock your money in a high interest savings account for 1 year. 100,000 naira, 18% interest on it. Continuously the money keeps increasing and the interest keeps increasing. And honestly, that is how the rich build. They don't put their money anyhow. They put their money in high interest savings account. They put their money in treasury bills, commercial banks, and now we also have real estate. But not real estate as in buying land. You can own real estate without having to buy physical land. That is when REIT comes in. And you can download apps like this to get started, and you can start the minimum of 10,000 naira or 5,000 naira if I'm not mistaken. And now we have stocks. Speaking of stocks, what are stocks? Stocks are basically having an ownership of a company. So let's say you buy 5 naira worth of stock. If let's say MTN is valued at 300 billion, out of you have 5 naira. You own 5 naira out of MTN. It might seem small, but it's something. So obviously, the more stocks you buy, the more ownership you have in a company. When it comes to stocks, it's always good to research and look at the stocks where you are buying. Is it doing well? Has it made loss or gains? Is it dying? Things like that. Now, in this session, I'll be giving you an array of stocks you can invest in. It's not financial advice, so this is just my personal opinion based on my research and from my coaches and everything like that. Just a few of the stocks you can invest in, but from my research, these are the most popular and best Nigerian stocks you can invest in. For telecommunications, you invest in stocks like MTN, Airtel on the Bamboo app. For food, Presco or Como, those are like palm oil based companies. Cadbury, Honeywell, everyone use Cadbury, everybody use Honeywell. For banking, we have GTCO, we have Zenith Bank, we have Sterling Bank, we have Access Bank, we have Wema Bank. So those banks. For in the Dangote, we have Dangote Cement, we have Dangote Sugars. Then for US stocks, now US stocks you can invest in are Apple. Apple is doing well. Apple phone, Apple everything. We have Tesla, we have Microsoft, we have Google, we have Nevada. Those are stocks you can invest in. And I want you to note, when no matter the app you are using, even if it's Optimus, even if it's Bamboo, even if it's Carrywise, they have specific times that their stock market is open. So for Nigerian stock markets, they are open from Monday to Fridays. So on the weekends like Saturdays and Sundays, you cannot go into the app and invest and like buy a stock. Even if you buy in the stock, it will hang. You understand? It will not be like then on Monday that the stock will not be released. But it's just best to buy stocks during when they are open. So from Monday to Friday, that's when stocks, both US and Nigerian stocks are open, but they have specific times. So now for Nigerian stocks are open from 10:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. While for US stocks are open from 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. Whenever you want to buy stocks, especially on the Bamboo app, since that's what I told you, that's what I personally use. Make sure to buy them during those time frames and all of that. Now we're going to moving on to specific terms and things you should know. Number one, portfolio. What is a portfolio? So if people talk about my stock portfolio, a portfolio is just basically a combination of what different types of stocks you have invested in. When beginning, you can invest in at least your top 5 stocks that you think are doing well. When you start, you don't need to invest in like start investing like 10 different stocks, invest this, that, especially if you're not like a high income earner. But as time goes on, you can start investing in more companies you feel like. Now we have a share. I've already talked about a share. Share basically means you own a part of a company. There's a good thing about shares you don't know. Some companies pay dividends. That's basically like money for investing in their company. 1,000 units of shares in like MTN or Dangote Cement. So let's say every 3 months or just every month or every 3 months they send dividends, that is money to your bank account. So let's say like I don't even know how much I just started investing, so I've not like received my first dividend, but I know that by the next 2-3 months I'll start receiving my dividends from the shares I've invested in. And that's like passive income. You understand? You are keeping money somewhere and you are still gaining from the money you are keeping. So yes, and also it's not all shares that pay dividends. So some shares don't pay dividends, some shares pay dividends. So all the shares that I mentioned before, both the US shares and the Nigerian shares I mentioned before, they pay dividends. But like some other shares, they don't pay dividends. So you can just invest in them, but monthly or tri-monthly, is that a word? Those shares will not pay dividends. Index fund. Now, I like index fund, especially like if you're a beginner investor. So an index fund is basically like a combination of different companies in one, well, let's say one share. Example of index funds in Nigeria are this, and the most popular index fund people invest in are US index funds because they have a combination of like the highest companies in the US that pay well. It has lower management, so you don't have to actively like check it and is this share doing well? Is this index fund doing well? Are these stocks dropping? No. An example of US index funds you can invest in is the S&P 50. So the S&P 50 is a combination of the top 500. So that means that one they're just investing. If you just invest in an S&P 50, you're investing in top 500 companies in the US. And basically, like when you go on Bamboo, you can just search for this internet to come out, then you click on it, and then you can be able to just press buy. So one thing about like index funds, especially like ETFs, you don't have to buy the entire. Let's say like the S&P 50, S&P 500 is $700. You don't have to buy the entire for $700 if you don't have. You can buy $50 out of it, or you can buy $100 out of it. You understand? So you can buy parts of an index fund, especially an ETF. You can buy parts of it, not the full thing. You understand? So I feel like index funds are like so good because like a share now you have to buy specific amount, but an index fund you can buy part of it in full. Now I'm going to be talking about things you should know about investing. So what people don't know about investing is that it is a long-term gain. Yes, you can keep your money, you can invest in some stocks and keep your money there for like 3 months or 6 months, but you will not see the gain. Like literally, I invested in these stocks, Charms. People were saying that, oh my goodness, Charms is the highest thing, and I invested in it. I invested 21,000 in it. Then I went to check it, and my stock was like 19,000. I was like, is my money increasing or reducing? So I now left it for like extra month or so, and the money increased to like 25,000. You understand? So obviously, investing is not like a short term thing; it's a long term thing. It's what builds wealth. So that's why whenever you're investing, you don't have to put like your entire life savings inside investing. No, you just put a part of your salary, a part of your income into investing. Money that you know you will not use. 5,000 naira that you know you highestly use it on shawarma or things like that. You put it into investing. Now always know how to hold and sell. So there's this thing they said, when people are panicking, buy more. When people are relaxed, sell. I'll be waiting. How did they used to say? They shall one quote that they said. So basically, when you are investing money, make sure you keep it for like a year to 3 years, even to 5 years, even if you can wait. Because the money, that's where when I what I said, compound interest, that is when it actually works and your money starts appreciating and appreciating. And if you are putting five thousand naira, investing five thousand naira every month or every week, depending, you understand? Just investing is mindlessly. In a year, who knows how much you must be able to invest in 2 years, in 3 years. Before you know, you can retire early. I know I'm retiring early. I also want to talk about reading stocks. So reading stocks are not that hard. They look complicated. When I first looked at a stock chart, they looked complicated to me, but they are not actually that hard. When you want to know a stock is doing well, you check how the graph, if it has more dips and more highs, then you know that the stock is not really doing well. If you want to know more about reading stocks, you can check out this video here. I will link it below. Now I will give you some recommendations for people to follow if you want to learn more about investing. People like Financial Jennifer, The Money's Journal, Joyce Young, Wealth Money. You can find all these one. They're all ladies for that matter. So you see that when people say that women know their stuff. Women know their stuff. You can find all these women on YouTube. You can check and binge watch their videos. I also have some free resources like books, and you can message me or DM me if you want me to send it to you. So I'm going to give you an assignment. Go and download the Bamboo app. Sign up for it. It's very easy. Invest your first 5,000 naira. You don't even have to invest more. Just if you have 5,000 naira to spare, invest it today. I also leave my referral link, so you can use my referral link to download the Bamboo app for free. Also, if you can post a screenshot of this course on your status on your Instagram and just share one thing you've learned, and make sure to tag me too on Instagram. I'm also thinking of building a community for like financial opportunities, content opportunities, monetization opportunities for women and men. So you understand? Just basically so that all of us will be able to eat from this financial pie that is in this world. Because no, you don't have to be super rich to make money. You don't have to be super smart even to make money. You just have to be determined, and you just have to put in the work. Comment, subscribe if you haven't. Stay blessed, and thank you for taking a step in your financial journey.